Sure. My name is Jamal Saeh. I'm a parent of two high schoolers in Belmont, and I'm running for the school committee seat.
Okay.
And today I submitted my nomination papers, signatures with almost 100 signatures from community members. So I'm excited to get the first step in. Most importantly, I care about the town. I care about education in this town, and so I've been critical of the school committee decisions and process by which the school committee has been making decisions on critical issues for the Belmont Public Schools. Tried to work from the outside by supporting the various proposals for opening schools, talking to school committee members, and decided the best way to do it is to be part of the solution by being part of the school committee. And so I'm going to give it a shot that way. I'm a scientist by training. I work in developing drugs, cancer drugs, and by nature it's a multidisciplinary, multi-risk problem that you need to deal with it by collaborating very well across multiple functions, multiple stakeholders. And I think that's critically what's been lacking in the school committee discussions and decision making. I think in a problem as difficult as COVID, opening schools during COVID, it required more transparency and more collaboration than what is actually there. And I think that's what I'd like to bring to the school committee. I'd like to bring in my a bit more critical thinking, a bit more management of the risk, and I'd like to emphasize the role of the community in being part of the solutions. Because at the end of the day, this is an elected position that represents what the community's values are and community's needs are, and it needs to be done not in isolation but in collaboration, not only with the schools but the rest of the town committees as well. I think there's been very little vetting of assumptions in a lot of the proposals, a lot of the questions that came to the school committee. And fundamentally, that's what I do on a day-to-day basis, and that's what I'd like to do in these school committee meetings. I'd like to be able to be the voice of the critical voice that asks these critical questions. Maybe they might be uncomfortable, but they need to be asked. We can't talk about 21st century skills for children and not demonstrate that with our own leadership. And 21st century skills means that you are listening to your own biases and questioning the assumptions that you have and the assumptions that you have in front of you. And I think that is critical skill to have, and that's a critical part of being a school committee member.